Hey friends, I came in to kind of drop an idea today where I've listened to a few videos lately where it just said if you enjoy the creative process and you want to make videos just for fun, then do it. So I was thinking that and I thought, gosh, I have all these, it has to be tagged and thumbnail and a theme and a niche and all these like, oh, no one's going to watch it. And then I thought, I don't care if nobody watches it actually, because I enjoy the creative part. I enjoy thinking about what I'm going to film, how I'm going to film it, putting it together, the edit, adding music, all of that. The creative side is fun. To me, it's like making a scrapbook page. And I don't know if you knew that about me, but I love scrapbooking. So I'm going to show you a little bit of my work. Most people don't think about crafting as an adult. There's something they do with their kids to keep them entertained, and I love gluing and sticking. It is just like being in preschool and, you know, look at my picture, Mom. But as you get older, you need some kind of outlet to create, and I feel like we've gotten to where everything we do has to become a business. And I think, how fun is it to just do something because you enjoy the process of doing it and you don't really care what you're left with in the end. But when it comes to scrapbooking, it's surprising how quickly those memories, you know, age, and then you go, wow, I'm glad I kept those photos. Obviously nowadays our phones are our cameras and we have everything in date order, looking back. But when I look into my phone, I've got, gosh, tens of thousands of images that are there, and if you're trying to find a picture, you know, you're scrolling and scrolling, trying to guess the date and everything. But I kind of love the idea of just pulling 2 or 3 pictures from an event, putting the date on, making that a thing, and just being able to kind of flip through. But also I was thinking, you know, it wasn't long ago that we didn't have phone cameras. We had digital cameras, which often didn't even get unloaded to the computer. And then we had obviously film cameras where we had to go and print them out. And I can't tell you how many times I found a little old roll of film and thought, God, I wonder what's on that and why I didn't bother to print it out at the time. But as I went through and started looking at some of my old scrapbooks, I thought, man, this is precious to me. My mum's afro. Check out that wallpaper. But yeah, these are almost 50 years ago, in the 70s. Woo! Pictures of my brother, who's older than me by 3 days. It's not very exciting looking at other people's pictures, but it is fun to look at your own when you go back. And especially, you know, looking at yourself, your friends that you had in high school. Oh my gosh. And then looking and going, I'm really like 15 in that picture, like what? Yep, and heading to a nightclub. And you can see my mum's wallpaper game in the background is still going strong. Like what? It's fun to look at it. There's one for you. That's in Egypt. Went to the Dead Sea. We went to Israel, actually, the Wailing Wall. And that was a school trip I went on. We called it the cruise, but honestly, we were on a ferry that had been converted for high school kids, but not too shabby, eh? How many people can say they went to Egypt and Israel on their school trip when they were 13? Yeah, welcome to a different world that I grew up in. Sometimes those memories date, and if you look at that one, that's my original wedding picture, my first time around. And of course it is in my scrapbook because my mum and dad are there, and my dad passed away not long after this, so that's pretty precious to me, even though that was my old, you look at that, 1989 wedding style. And of course there's my boys, so look at this, early 90s. Are we not seeing that in the store right now? Yep, there it is. The style comes back around. So they were styling even when they were little kids. I've kept memories of, you know, different cars I've had. There's our first apartment in Utah, right here in American Forks. It was a duplex with a garage and a yard out the back. And this right here was bigger than the home I grew up in, and that was our first apartment. And in 1996, it cost us $650 a month to rent it. And that had 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, and a very open plan living area. I thought it was total luxury at the time. I wasn't used to the American way of life yet, and certainly felt like I was living large. Seeing your friends in your scrapbooks that just aren't with you anymore. Sometimes you just have a memory of when you were just a bit cooler than you are now. I've still got the same exact gear, except my helmet. I did have to get a new helmet. A lot of time, crafters are borderline hoarders, but I have got a limited space. This is my scrapbook zone, and I've actually got other things in here too. So when you go into my drawers, you can see that they're quite organized. And like this particular one, this is organized with pages I've already put together with themes that just need pictures to get stuck on it. So I have fun doing the crafty side, and then I add the pictures, and then I keep all of my papers and things, just kits and papers. So I have lots of stuff, but so it's all organized, and I just enjoy it. And every once in a while I pull things out and I start gluing and sticking. Very occasionally I have made a gift book, and that, when I say occasionally, I mean like maybe 2 or 3 friends have gotten one, a couple of family members, and then obviously my man's gotten a couple. But like this one, for instance, was just 1 year of selfies, events we went to, stuff we did together, printed it out, put some nice sentiments in and gifted that. And it is kind of cute to like look back and see the amount of time you spend together. So, you know, you get to a certain point in life where gifts become a little bit, I don't know, just not as, it's harder to buy for people that take care of themselves pretty well. So scrapbook gifts are pretty amazing. I also like to make cards for all different occasions, but especially Christmas, because this is like a little mini scrapbook for me. Each year I put a family picture in there, and this is funny. Look, this goes all the way back to where we had to take a picture with someone missing, and then with somebody else taking the picture, and then lay it over to create the image. And then I did a whole list of like moments to remember for 2005. And then I realized after I started to get older kids that they're not as fun to receive anymore. So, but yeah, any kind of crafting. What do you like to do? And getting creative and crafty isn't just for the ladies. Look at that. That's Boyd's CNC machine, which he's making all sorts of random things with. So if you're ever in the mood for a little gluing and sticking, no judgment crafty session, I'm usually down for that at very short notice. I have enough stuff to make something happen. And there you have it. So for today, I've decided my creative outlet is going to be editing, putting together some sort of video, and I might even go out and about and see what I can record to make it a bit more fun for me. But I love to keep those memories and the messages. If you've been thinking about it, do it. Don't worry about who sees it. Don't think about critique. Do what you love to do for your benefit. And if you keep it in that circle of self, then it isn't as scary, and you're gonna just have fun in the process, which is what life's all about, really.